Good evening guys and welcome back. So look what we have in today. Time for the RP1200 SW from Klipsch. As you guys know, we did the 14-inch just a little while ago. Now it's time for the 12. Firstly, I need to thank Homation. They sent this one for unboxing and demo. I don't really want to buy the smaller subs. I want to focus more. I like my big subs, the 14 and the 16. So they sent this one in so I can review it. That being said, I still think this will be the biggest seller because a 12-inch sells easier than the bigger subs. Comes in at a better price point. It has a smaller footprint. So I think these will be the biggest seller. This I have heard. It's phenomenal. But I want to do my own testing in here. The testing I heard was at Homation's demo room. Goosebumps, guys. This thing was mental. Mental to the point where it's the best 12 I've ever heard. So, as you guys know, I have a few good 12s of my own that I want to put this up against. We will be putting this up against the DN12, which is my all-time favorite 12-inch sub from Definitive Tech. More or less the same price points as well. These are a bit more expensive at 27,000 Rand. The DN12 is 23,000 Rand. So this is up about 5 grand, 4 grand on that. But still, I think it's a fair comparison. We'll test those. Then let's go completely bonkers. I've had a few people ask me, how do the new RP subs compete against Klipsch's almighty THX subs? I just happen to have 2 of those. So let's see if I made the wrong choice. Let's see if I should rather have opted for 2 of these than spending mega bucks on the THX system just to make it all match. I would love to see that. So we'll put them side by side in the Klipsch cinema. We'll play a movie scene and we'll check what is better. I really hope the THX is better. Otherwise, I've just wasted a lot of money. But guys, that is why I do these testings, so you guys don't need to waste money. So while we're on the topic, please go like, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you guys know every time I upload a new video. Helps me a lot, costs you nothing. So let's get on with this. Let's do the unboxing. Still a big box. I carried this one by myself, where the 14 I could not, but it's still not easy. This is a big, mighty, heavy box. I'm not gonna lie, but I really like what Klipsch has been doing with their new, well, actually with all their products. Klipsch has been killing it, but especially with these new subs. Just absolutely phenomenal job. I'm waiting for the 16 to come in. Apparently there's a stock shortage all over the world. So that is not announced when that's coming. I think we're going to be waiting. I hope it's still this year. Okay, so again, you know what? The 14 I took out the last time. I could not for the life of me get that back in the box the way it came out. So I want to pay attention now what I did wrong. So firstly on top is the grill in the box. Let me show it to you guys again. Oh, there's also all the power cables. So you get all the power cables in here. And then on this new grill, I did show it on the 14, but some people might not have watched that video. If you want to go watch that video, just go back a few, or I'll put it in the description as well. Here's the new grill, shaped. So thicker MDF, smaller MDF, and pulled over to make it that nice little wedge shape. This is very cool. I love what they did with this grill. Okay, so let's take this box out. Now I want to see where I made the mistake last time. Oh wait, before we get there, here is your warranty information and all your booklets to read through. Okay, so this is actually upside down, and the subwoofers are firing to the side, just so you guys can see. They have this big foam, not polystyrene padding in here. I think what I did wrong last time is I just put it the wrong way around. I could not get this grill to lie in here again, unless, you know what I did? I did it upside down. Yes, that was on the bottom end. So I'll remember, because I need to pack this back when it goes back to Omation after I'm done with this. So I'm doing a mistake now. First mistake, guys, we're doing a sub. Don't try and pick it out, it's too heavy. Roll the box. And it comes out easily. Like so. And you are done. Just get all the stuff back in there. This out the way. Another piece of protection at the bottom. Let's get these off. Oh yeah, I remember now they're 4 pieces. Fronts off. Back off. Okay, so plastic off. I actually want to draw attention again to these nice feet that they did on this, but now I don't want to roll this sub over again now. I'll see now how I can show you guys. I'm really impressed with the foot design they did on the sub, and it sort of really eliminates the need of putting something like isolation pads. Like on the SVS, you know, the isolation pad you get. I didn't feel the need for that at all. Where's this thing looking now? Oh, it's still around the one bottom there. Okay. Okay, so before we get to the foot, let's focus on the amplifier section. Okay. So, amplifier. This is rated at 400 watts, 800 watts max. We'll get... Well, let's go through all the spec. It dips down to 16.5 hertz, so nice and low. And as I remember correctly, a nice peak 20 to 40 on this, so it gives you a nice slam punch. Again, the same type of white guitar dial knobs at the back. I'll already go and switch this to LFE, because that is what we are going to be using it for. This is set at about 5.5, so a nice middle mark. We have actually pushed these to 11. Again, this can also go up to 11. That's a very nice little party trick from Klipsch. Let's dial it to 11. And no distortion. These things are absolutely monstrous beasts. Then we have on auto standby. We'll put this on auto. 0, 180 phase. You have your, this is for the wireless kits from Klipsch. Then we have the LFE, and we have also left and right RCA ins, voltage, and your two-prong power cable there. Let's go to the business end. Heavy sub again. Very well constructed. I'll post some pics. Very, very big long throw driver. Braced in the middle. Constructed very well. And then we have your 12-inch cerometallic long throw driver. The rest is the same. Got the push pins for the grill itself. We got the LED indicator for power, standby, all that stuff. We can quickly throw the grill on so you guys can see the sub with the grill. Goes on nice and easy. And look how nice and clean that looks. I'm never a grill guy, but on these, I prefer that grill. It just looks menacing. Okay guys, so I'm not going to waste too much time on the unboxing. Much the same as the 14. I know you guys are here for the testing. I'm going to properly put this through its paces, guys. I'm going to show you testing that you've never seen before with the DN12, but we're not going to test it here. We'll go to the cinema rooms. Test it against the DN12s that are in my Bowen Wilkins room, and we're going to test it against the almighty Klipsch THX and see if this can hold its own, and if I should upgrade upgrade those subs. The nice thing, if it is better, you can get 4 of these for much less than 2 THX subs and an amplifier. I actually think you can get 4 14 inches. Yes, you can get 4 14 inches for the price of the THX subs and amplifier, which actually makes it a no-brainer. I think Klipsch shot themselves in the foot here. They're not going to be selling any more of those THX subs, which are still flipping phenomenal. And I got them just to say I've got a complete THX system. But at the end of the day, you don't see them. They're behind the screen. Yeah, these might be easier to place behind the screen than those big 14s or 16s. But yeah, let's go through all of that in the testing, guys. Stay tuned for that. I'll do that next. Cheers. Good morning, guys. So let the testing commence. It's the next day. Drag this to the cinema now. Just fueling up for the morning. I'm going to go straight into this. No need to play this Klipsch in. This has been played in. This is Homation's personal unit. There you can see them next to the DN12. The DN12 stands higher now, but it's on a custom plinth that I've built that you guys can also see in the video of the Bowers and Wilkins room. So heights without the plinth, more or less the same, but the Klipsch is much deeper. Width, the DN12 is a bit wider because it's a square cube. This is a longer box. So we'll be putting them through the testers now, through their paces now. Firstly, I want to just run some different bass notes, see how they respond, which does what. Then I want to go into some music. Then I want to go into some movies. A lot of this I won't be able to show you guys because, especially music and movies, we will get flagged for that content. Music being the biggest culprit. Movies, I've got a way around that. I can do the Dolby Atmos demo discs. Those don't get flagged because there's no copyrights on them. So I'll find a way to convey this over to you guys as much as possible. And then when I'm done with this, move over to that room and test them against the huge Klipsch THX subs and see if they can hold their own. Actually, wish I had 2. See if we can replace the 2, but I'll test them one by one. Okay guys, let me fuel up and we will get into this. Okay guys, so firstly let's just test the bass outputs on some bass test tracks. So what I did here is my power amplifier is completely off for my left and front. I've got this set to stereo. Only one of the subwoofers in here playing, which will be this one. We're going to do that first. Unfortunately, with the DefTech design, you can't really see the woofer move because it's a sock around it. So we can mostly, you're going to have to go on what you hear through the microphone. You'll also hear the room vibrating quite a bit because I've got this on reference volume, which is set to 0 on the receiver. So we're going to be doing that, and then we'll move over to this one, and then we'll move over to movies on the same sort of testing. Maybe music as well. I'll try some royalty free if I can find some. Otherwise, just going to be the bass test and then the movies. So let's see how these two stack up. Sub, I still love them to bits. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay guys, loved it. Absolutely phenomenal stub. Still gives a lot of output, but none of that poor chuff. It vibrates the room, but it's still very controlled. So to keep things even, this was running on calibration of about a quarter. By that I mean 0.25% volume. We're going to do this exactly the same. I've set the back to 3. I'm scared of what this sub can do. I've heard this. I know it's going to have more output than that. If it's not going to, I'll be very surprised. So this is my first reaction as well in this room, guys. So I think actually I'm going to sit to the side so so you guys can experience my reaction for the first time as this plays. So let's start that same track. So controlled. I'm going to up the volume a bit. Let's see where we can go. What a beast! And we are only at halfway. Jeez. Let me bring the camera closer. No board shaft, guys, where the previous gen had a bit of board shaft at volumes like this. Should we see how far we can push? Okay guys, so I'm going to see how far I can push. This being said, I'm still not irresponsible. All of these new subs, both of these, have built-in protection, so they will cut out way before any damage comes to the sub. But I'm still responsible. I'm not going to push it beyond its limits. I can sit here and listen to when the sub starts to bottom out or clip, which I've heard they do not. So let's do this again. I'm at halfway on the dial now, and I'm slowly going to ramp this up. And we can also do the same on the DN12, just to apples with apples. So let's go for this. This is insane. This is insane. This is insane. Klipsch has knocked it out of the park with these new woofers. And this is the 12. I think this is going to annihilate the THX subs. This sub is too good. This sub is just too good. Let's do the same test of the DN12. I'm going to plug it back in quickly, and I'm going to try and ramp that up as well, and see. I doubt we can get to these output levels. That's no slouch, but this thing is a beast. Okay, so let's do that. Okay guys, here we go again. Let's do the same on the DN12. We're going to ramp it up. I'll just remember where I was on my volume for calibration purposes. This we do via the remote. That's the one pro of this. You have a remote with different functions, but we're just going to be using volume now. So let's do this. Wait, we need for it to kick in quickly. A trick of your DevTech subs, there you see powered on. Don't let them power on with any DevTech product with volume on high. It just puts too much strain on that amp, and you'll hear it click in with too much authority. So always let your system start up slow and then ramp it up. So let's do this. So I was on 32. Okay guys, so the SPL test, Klipsch by a country mile. As you could see, we were maxed out there. I didn't even get close to maxing out this. Same input and everything from the receiver. This is still no slouch. I love this sub. I'm running 4 of them. We'll see now in movies, it is a quieter sub, I can hear it. By quiet to sub, I mean quiet passages will be quiet, and then it sort of hits you off the chair. Where this you can hear come a little bit, like a small amount of drone, but not, it's very, very, very minimal. But all out SPL champion, Klipsch RP1200 SW. So let's quickly pop over to some movies, just running the single subs. We'll stick with this, and then we'll move over to this. I am going to, because that was on 32, I'm going to put this at 6. I'm going to put that at 6. That's about fair. Well, I still think, yes, these, I don't know how they did it with the amplifiers on these. This is 400 watt RMS, 800 watt max output. Where these, I'll just need to go and check the spec again. I think they're 1000 watt. But something on this, something Klipsch did on this, it's just mind blowing. Can't wait to get to 16, but are out of stock everywhere in the world. I can't get them. I hope I still get them this year, but okay, let's quickly do a demo. I'm going to do the movie demo. I'm not going to focus on the screen. I'm going to put the camera back on the sub, because we are testing the sub and not movie performance. But I am going to put the receiver on Dolby Atmos as it would have been, so we can just see how this outputs on a movie. I'm going to sit on my listening position, put the sub so you guys can see it, and then I'll tell you what I hear, and you can also see what is happening. Okay guys, here we go. Single sub movie testing, definitive technology DN12, take 1. Oh, wrong remote. Let's try again. Take 1. Stop the demo right after that insane bass swirl that I call it. Okay, I'm going to stop it. Let's go over to the Klipsch. Okay guys, over to the Klipsch now. I'm going to play the same scene, same volume, change nothing. Let's see what it can do. my findings are weird. On the XPL test, as you guys seen, that takes it by an absolute country mile. But still, when listening to music and movies, I think I prefer the DN12. It's weird. Both of these subs are phenomenally good. It's just I felt this one more. And I actually thought that I was going to feel that one way more. And you guys could see on the video, the excursion was insane. But I just did not feel the impact that this gave. This, with a single sub, knowing I've got 4 in here, just with a single sub, watching that demo now, when the rocks break, I feel the rocks break. Where on this one, I could hear the bass, but I did not feel the tactileness of it. I thought this was going to absolutely slay the DN12, but it doesn't. Is it the better sub? I suppose so. You have a lot more output. It digs down a bit deeper. I could feel it digging down a bit deeper. I felt that. But this holds its own. Both of these brands, I was about to say completely destroys new 12-inch King, but I think these share the spot. So if you guys are in the market for a good 12-inch that's not going to bankrupt you, any one of these two will do, promise you. This can go more. This has more outputs. Where this, you could see we got to the limits relatively quickly, and then it sort of stays there. I've also got where these show limits on the screen, so it won't go more. Where on this, I've not been able to reach the limits, and I've not dared to push any further than where I felt comfortable. I'm not in the habit of breaking stuff. So, undecided. Which one to go for? Guys, go demo them. Really go demo them. They are both brilliant. I'm still going to put this up against the THX in that room because they are both slot ported, both Klipsch, both 12s, huge price difference. This being 27,000, this being 23,000, and those with the amplifier being 130,000. So if this can just come close when you do a budget home cinema build and you don't want to spend that much on subs, you can get 2 of these for a fraction of the price. You can get 4 of them and still be in way under budget. I think 4 of them will rock. But this competition, one-on-one movies, I enjoyed this more. Pure outputs and craziness to impress your friends, like with car sound, this. And I know Alan did that demo for me at Homation where we sat there and we listened to that bass song with just this one. And it felt like when you were younger and you sat in that car audio, it was insane. Doesn't distort, doesn't bottom out. As you can see now, this thing just keeps on going. It's a marvel. So hats off to both of these players. I feel they are making big waves in the audio community. Klipsch a bit more so than Definitive Tech, just because they are the biggest audio seller in the world, I think, today. Where DN12, people look over them, or Definitive Tech, people look over them and they shouldn't. Their speakers are phenomenal. Their subs are phenomenal. I can't wait for the new speakers to come in. Hopefully we're still getting them. Because I'll be the first one to grab a set of the big towers. And those big towers basically have one of these built into the bottom of it. Yeah, they are insane. Guys, okay, so that's it for this room. I'm going to be moving over to that room and see what happens there. Okay guys, now on to the big test, which I doubt this guy is going to be able to win, but let's see. Klipsch THX Ultra subwoofer system. 2 of them, 1 in each corner. I've just exposed them now for video purposes. They work a bit differently to these. So when you get to the custom install theater line of stuff, you will get a separate amplifier and you will get passive subwoofers that you can connect, and you can add more amplifiers, more subwoofers, all designed to be in a rack. Mine is just in a cabinet now. I don't have space for a rack. So I'm going to have to do this testing a bit differently. They also connect with speak-on connectors, different to your normal RCA connectors. So what I'm doing, I'm going to test the one sub. I've already disconnected the other. There's the cable. Test the one, and then I'll pull the RCA from there in here, so we can get the exact same signal from the exact same unit, which is the Denon A110 anniversary. And we will do the base testing. So first, let's do the SPL test the same as we did next door, and then we will move over to a movie. Okay, I'll be doing the exact same test, same song. This time I cannot disconnect the front channel, so we will have front channels playing as well. We don't have a power amplifier. All of it is running on the Denon here. So let's get into this. Okay guys, I realized I had the wrong sub plugged in, so I just swapped the cables around quickly. Again, let's start this again. It's going to be the same tests. We are going to reference volume, which is 0, as you can see on the screen. Let's go. Klipsch THX, one subwoofer only. That out. So now let's do the RP1200 sub. I see that it's still set at 6 o'clock, or 6 on the dial. And the THX subwoofer was not. So we'll do that test again. Still going to play the first one, then this one, and then we'll go back to that and also set it at 6. So we keep it fair. But here we go. Reference volume again. At 6 o'clock, here is the RP1200. Guys, I don't even need to set this dial to 6 for this test, but I did it just for shits and giggles. Thankfully, my money is safe. There's no way that one of these can outperform one of those. Those are behemoth subs. So when it comes to 12-inch, that is still the absolute king, but it comes in at an absolute premium of 130,000 Rand for 2 of them in the amplifier. This still holds its own mighty fine for 27,000 bargain. You can get 2 of these and still get very close to this performance. Just these subs are just something different. So let's do this test. And you could see when I had the camera on that, this is a very high excursion driver. That rubber is not as thick, but the amount of bass we got with minimal amount of movement. I've set it up a bit now to 6. Let's see what we get then. Okay, here we go, testing at volume 6. Okay guys, so I can conclude the testing. It's a beast. Let me just set this back to where I actually listen. And look at all the settings you have on these. You have boundary compensation. So there is a niche to going to, custom install theater stuff. Whew, these are amazing subs. I was worried that I wasted my money and I was going to replace them with this, but no. These are safe. I'm going to push them back in there. First, I need to get my cat out. So when I drag this out now, I don't know if you guys saw, my cat jumped up there. And now, can you hear? Now she doesn't want to come down. And now if I need to get out, I need to take all of this stuff off. Cats, man. Cats. Love them and hate them at the same time. Okay, that's my problem, not yours, guys. So, if you're in the market for an awesome 12-inch sub at an amazing price, hit me up. These rock. Go to your closest dealer, grab them. I already see they're sold out. All the 16s are sold out. All the 14s are sold out. So I don't know when we will get. But yeah, otherwise, the DN12, very close competitor. Also no stock. So I don't know when we'll get any of those. Stock of these, but no amplifiers. So we're getting to stock restraints again. You guys, hope you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun doing this. please guys, I hear my cat. Where's my cat? Cat, do you have us? I had a lot of fun making this video. A lot of work goes into this, guys, so please like, subscribe, share. I'm doing this so you guys don't need to do this testing, and I hope you find it informative. Till the next video, guys, cheers, bye.